Welcome to our channel, where rare historical photos come to life. Every image tells a story, and we're here to share the ones that matter most. A British newspaper man in London the day Germany invaded Poland. The UK would declare war 2 days later, 1939. A crowd around the boxes and 2 6-inch guns barricading St. Petersburg to guard against troops loyal to the Tsarist government during the February Revolution, 1917. A fellow officer comes to the aid of injured patrolman C.V. Sat, who was pelted with rocks and beer bottles during a clash between police and relief demonstrators in Denver, 1935. A German World War II prisoner is reunited with his 12-year-old daughter. The child had not seen her father since she was 1 year old, 1956. A mass grave at the Pilis collective farm near Srebrenica, 1996. A soldier of the French Second Army destroys a road sign in an effort to delay the German advance, May 1940. A US Marine walks away after covering a dead comrade with a poncho liner and marking the position with his bayoneted rifle, Saipan, 1944. Actor Klaus Kinski holding a machete to director Werner Herzog's throat during the filming of Cobra Verde. Their relationship was complicated. Alexandre Kolonna-Walewski, the Polish bastard son of French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, reading a newspaper, 1860. Antonio Ascari is carried away by stretcher after suffering a crash in his Alfa Romeo P2 during the 1925 French Grand Prix. Ascari died in the ambulance on his way to hospital, July 1925. Argentina-born German Nazi ideologist Richard Walter Darré addressing an agricultural meeting in Lower Saxony. Austro-Hungarian soldiers hanging captured Serbs during the first occupation of Serbia in World War I, December 1914. Babe Ruth at Lou Gehrig's funeral in the Bronx, 1941. Che Guevara visiting the tomb of Saladin in Damascus, Syria in 1959. Chief of Staff of the Japanese Imperial Army inaugurating the Baluyut Bridge, which was rebuilt by the Corps of Engineers after it was destroyed 1943. Conjoined twin sisters, probably early 1900. Crown Prince Wilhelm of Germany inspecting troops, 1915. Edward VIII abdicated in 1936, inspects SS troops with Robert Ley at the Ordensburg Crossensee, Germany, 1937. Ethiopian Emperor Haile Selassie with his pet cheetahs at the Jubilee Palace, 1962. Selassie became a central figure within the practice of Rastafarianism, with many regarding him as the reincarnation of Jesus. Female nationalists demonstrating in Cairo, March 1919. Filipino guerrillas march across the Baluyut Bridge, reconstructed during the Japanese occupation. This bridge was renamed Bayu Basu, which means Bridge of the Brave. San Fernando, Philippines, 1945. First Lady Rosalind Carter takes a photo with John Wayne Gacy, May 1978. Former First Lady of the United States, Eleanor Roosevelt, holding the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a document she helped create for the United Nations, 1949. General Nagaoka Gaishi of the Imperial Japanese Army in the 1920s. German citizens in a British internment camp during World War I, Isle of Man, 1910s. Giuseppe Morello, known as the Old Fox or the Clutch Hand, for a right-hand deformity that left him with one finger and resembled a claw, 1902. On the right, with two other soldiers in the German Army, France, summer of 1916. Human Zoo, Geneva, Switzerland, 1896. In 1908, Dr. Julius Neubronner invents a timed, light mini camera that could be strapped to a carrier pigeon and take air shots of a city. In 1979, 16-year-old Brenda Ann Spencer was arrested after killing two people in San Diego, California. When asked why she did it, she replied, "I just don't like Mondays." In just 4 years, Abraham Lincoln seemingly aged a decade. Inspection of the Kornilov Regiment, Rostov-on-Don, 1919. James Zwerg, after he was beaten by a white mob in Alabama for being a freedom rider. He passed out shortly afterwards and was ignored by white ambulance crews for hours until an ambulance for blacks picked him up. Japanese aircraft carrier Soryu, during its fitting out at the Kure Naval Arsenal, 1937. King Mahendra and Queen Ratna of Nepal arrive at the Nepalese embassy for a dinner given by them for members of the British royal family during his state visit on the 18th of October, 1960. Marines fire on an enemy sniper, Vietnam War, 1968. Meeting between Neville Chamberlain and Adolf Hitler at his apartment in Munich, September 1938. Mussolini giving the Roman salute in front of a statue of Augustus Caesar, 1935. Palestinian workers raised their arms during an outdoor rally in Abu Ghosh in 1936, likely to vote to endorse the Arab general strike that would become the longest in modern history. Photo of United States Army soldiers and Mexican soldiers guarding the international border at Nogales, Arizona, during the Mexican Revolution. Portrait of L. Ron Hubbard, American founder of the Church of Scientology, during his time in the US military during World War II. Protesters at a demonstration against Section 28, which prohibited the promotion of homosexuality by local authorities and schools, London, 1988. Robert F. Kennedy with his niece Caroline at the family compound in Hyannisport, 1964. Rosa Ingram and her teen sons were sentenced to Georgia's electric chair in 1948 after they murdered a white neighbor who attempted to sexually assault their mother. Sign assures people that the business is Russian-owned. Mobs had been attacking shops that they suspected were owned by Germans. London, 1915. Soldiers observe the Apple I nuclear test, Nevada, 1955. South African police officers deploy as cavalrymen in response to the start of a communist rebellion and pogrom against black miners, 1921. Soviet troops advance in what appears to be a factory during the Battle of Stalingrad, Russia, 1942. The Execution of Mutineers by Felicia Beato, depicting the execution of 2 Indian rebels during the 1857 Indian Rebellion. This image is regarded as being among the first photographs to depict human corpses. The hangar of USS Enterprise filled with servicemen returning home from the Pacific after the Japanese surrender, 1945. The photo shows Baek Jong-gi, Korean anarchist, after his arrest by Japanese authorities through entrapment. He planned assassinations and carried out sabotage against Imperial Japan and died in prison in 1934 after torture. 2 Soviet soldiers sitting together, 1970. US Marines evacuating civilians to an Okinawa refugee camp, 1945. US Marines recuperating after surviving the 2-day fight for Engabi in Eniwetok Atoll, February 1944. Young Italian fascists somersault over bayonets, 1930. Japanese soldiers taunt a pair of young Chinese prisoners before they are executed, 1938.